Okay. Anyway, we're gonna start with, I'm gonna plug it in. That would help. Like last time, I was like, how come it's not starting? And what I'm gonna do is, here we go. You gotta go to the saute setting. Fix my glasses so I don't misunderstand. Saute. There we go. And then we turned it on. And it's gonna heat up like a frying pan. And we're gonna saute. Always saute your onions and garlic first. I mean, sometimes I don't. I just throw things in there and do it, but it makes the flavor come out and all the, I think, the medicinal properties of all the garlic and onion. You know, they're so good for you. I put them both in here, and it is half a cup of chopped onion and 4 cloves of garlic. Make sure it gets hot. Are you ready? Half a cup of onion and chopped onion, 4 cloves of garlic, minced. What I did, I actually have this teeny tiny potato. Teeny tiny tomato. We're talking about tomatoes. Teeny tiny onion. And it was perfect. One little tiny onion. It was just the amount I needed. There's so many different sized onions. I usually get the giant ones. And I'll use like half of an onion if it's a giant one, you know. Oh, this lady. She came once. I think it's good. Yeah, it's making little sizzling noises. Hi again.
Hey, how are you?
We're making minestrone today.
I was going to ask what you were cooking today.
Yeah. Cook these down just a little bit. Oh, yay. I hear the sizzling. There's a saute set. We're teaching them how to use this machine. A lot of people don't know how to use a pressure cooker. That's the,
okay, yeah.
you know, the electronic one.
Yeah.
You can use it as a, there's a setting for crock pot. I have a crock pot. I use that crock pot for the meat stuff for my family. I don't want any meat stuff in here. This is mine. So it's the half a cup of chopped onion and 4 garlic cloves. And we're going to saute until translucent, which is just softened, you know. You soften them up. Won't take much. I forgot to say hi. Hi, YouTube family. I'm doing a video during my class. I run at the Natural Vibes Health and Wellness Center in Pahrump, and we're making minestrone soup. And once you get it sauteed, then you're going to turn the machine off and then turn it back on to the setting you want when you get to the soup. It's so easy. Soup is the setting. And if you have a large sauce recipe, I would use the soup setting too. And there's some recipes that call for longer times, and you can do longer times. There's arrows, you know, go up and down for the time if you want. So simple. I love kitchen toys, don't you? I love them. I mean, you don't have to have the state-of-the-art. This is an off-brand I've never heard of, but it works just as good. And I've seen the settings on the Instapot. I kind of window shop sometimes, and they're basically the same. And sometimes I go on Pinterest and I use recipes, and I'll go pressure cooker recipes, and they're all Instapot. And they'll say, put it on high pressure. All these weird settings. I'm like, I know how to figure that out, you know. But if you don't, I guess you got to literally have an Instapot for those if you don't know how to work your own machine and adjust, you know. But this could be a crock pot recipe too. So think of that. If you have a crock pot, perfect. All you're going to do the sauteing on this frying pan, and then you put all your ingredients in. That's basically the easiest recipe there ever was, you know. I love those set it and forget it things. Those are fun. And if you have, you know, a day where you're busy, you don't leave it on in the morning, go do your thing, and come back. I love that. Okay. And then I will turn it on the setting when I get the rest of the ingredients in. We're going to put the rest of the ingredients in. We're just going to, this is, my glasses, I'm sorry. A half a cup of chopped celery. we've got 3/4 cup chopped carrots. I use little baby carrots, and they're little teeny tiny circles. They're so cute. Aesthetics are always good in a recipe too. I like pretty. Then we got zucchini, which I used was one regular size zucchini that looks like the size of a cucumber. You know, because some of them can be giant, especially in town if you get local growers. I've gotten some giant ones. Those giant ones, you can't use the skin. It's really tough. But the little ones, you can use the skin. And I think whole food is better than, you know. So this was, well, there was a, where's the zucchini? Oh, yeah. It's a cup of chopped zucchini if you don't have one that size. It's still sauteing. I'm going to turn it off so it stops sauteing. And then I'll turn it back on. We got 28-ounce can of chopped diced tomatoes. 28-ounce. Which I got 14 ounces. And I love the Pop Tops because I didn't bring a can opener. And you're going to put it in liquid and all.
Gosh, it smells so good already.
I know, it's the sauteing. It brings out all the flavors.
I just saw the vet.
2 cans of diced tomatoes. I actually use a lot. I sometimes add my own, like if I have certain vegetables like a yellow squash also I'll throw in there, and sometimes even mushrooms. But I'm sticking to the regular recipe for you guys, just so you know where to start.
That's awesome.
Okay, we got 15 ounces, which I did 2 cups of white beans and red beans. And if you're going to do them dry, you're going to do a 1/2 cup of white beans, a 1/2 cup of red beans dry, and cook them together. And I cooked them in here, which is awesome. You can cook them from dry to cooked in 40 minutes. I love it. The beans, of course, because of the small hole. They all clumped together when they got done. Come on. Come on. I didn't bring a small spoon. I don't want to mush them. No mushing. Yeah, that was not smart, Bunny. Let me break it apart inside without smushing it. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that'll work. Okay.
Okay, so while
Here.
this is doing this, let me show you what I did.
There. Yay! It worked. So that's basically 2 cups, or you're going to get a can. You're going to also do, if it's 2 cups, you'll do a cup of one and a cup of the other, and it'll come out the same.
The little green hole.
And if you don't have white beans, garbanzo beans are just as good.
So I did that for you, put that on your desktop.
Oh, and then we got 3 cups of veggie broth, which is homemade. Just made it on Monday. Oh boy, of course. Oh yay, see how it's sealed? This is 3 cups of vegetable broth, no salt. I made it homemade on Monday. And then we're gonna go, this is a 1/2 of a teaspoon of oregano.
Okay, it's saved.
Oregano is so important in the Italian recipes. It's really good for you too. Let's see, 1/4 of a teaspoon of thyme. We got some black pepper, which is probably 1/4 of a teaspoon also. Yeah, 1/4 of a teaspoon of pepper, black pepper. And this is a 1/2 cup of macaroni. It could be elbow macaroni. These are rotini. Noodles in your soup is what you want. It's basic. So it's a 1/2 cup of dry noodles. Okay, we want a tablespoon of basil. This is the only basil they have in Smith's. I like the giant things of basil, and they have the little teeny ones, and they're so expensive. This is $1. That's more my budget. So you got a tablespoon. I love basil too. I try to have this every day. And I'm gonna do a half of a teaspoon of the salt substitute, the Bragg's aminos or coconut aminos.
I was really surprised when I went to the website. They had just
And we will put the spinach in when it's done. We'll fold the spinach in at the end. You want to stir all your seasonings. It's really colorful and pretty.
this is giving you an idea, because this, if you want
And now, put the lid on. It's hard for me to, okay. Oh, nope, put it on the wrong, it's supposed to be over here. Is it locked? Yeah, it's locked. If I hear that sound, I know it's locked. Okay, now, we will put it on the soup setting. I think it's the one in the, there it is. And then put start, and there you go. And make sure the vent is shut, sealed. And like I said, at the end, you will put in, let me make sure you have this, 1 cup of spinach. I use baby spinach. And you're gonna fold it in at the end because, you know, it cooks really fast and it's, and this is something you can use to top it, is the Bragg's amino, Bragg's amino. I was looking at the Bragg's aminos. It's the same brand though. It's Bragg's nutritional yeast. It has that, you know how you put your Parmesan on your Italian things? This kind of replaces that. Plus it's B12 vitamins, really good for you. I think I'm gonna pause my video until I'm done. Oh, okay, didn't touch. Okay. I'm back and it's done. I turned it the wrong way. I did it again. There we go. Ooh, it's so pretty. You want to come see? Sure. Oh, it looks so good. Look at that. Isn't it pretty?
Yeah.
You ready? Are you ready? It's going to be hot. It's the only ones I can think of. Very thick soup. Maybe some. Make sure there's broth in it too. Yeah. There you go. And here's some napkins, and you want to touch your own silverware. You want some of this? You want to try some of
Yes,
this?
please.
Oh, it's new, so it's hard to open. It's like a cheese topping. Really good with it. Who else wants soup? It's a good thing about styrofoam. I mean, it's not really burn your hand when you're holding it, you know? That's the idea, I guess. Just don't
I
microwave
just
it.
stuck it all over my.
Anybody else want soup? You want soup?
Yeah, I'll try some.
You want nutritional yeast on it? Okay. I did ask, just in case. Oh, I forgot to stir the... I did it again!
The spinach.
Darn it! Well, I'm gonna throw it in. I'm sorry, I forgot. Your guys didn't get it. You can get a second one if you want.
I did. So, okay, but I was trying to.
You just stir it in at the end. Wow, I'm surprised they want you to have that much spinach. But it cooks down when you get it hot, so
Mm-hmm.
let's stir it in there. There we go, that's better. Sorry about that, guys. Again, like I'm an absent-minded professor here with my science lab. No. Don't forget the spinach at the end. Was it 2 cups? I think it was, yeah, it was 2 cups. That was about 2 cups.
Oh, is it 1 cup?
Oh, 1 cup. Okay, thank you for correcting me. It was 1 cup of spinach. Thank you. It's just because it's, when you put it inside a cup, you kind of push it in, and then when it comes out, it's like a poof. Yeah, but then you cook it down and it's small again.
Okay, and I put everything in different spots, so that's.
Crystal, you want some?
Yeah.
You want nutritional yeast?
Crystal.
Hi, Richard.
Hi.
Let me get
You
this
know
there
that
really.
stuff that you had out here, Crystal.
Okay.
Crystal, I thought
maybe I should get some more of that stuff. It has.
Do you want some nutritional yeast?
It has,
I didn't want to interrupt
I
her.
think she likes it.
Oh, yeah.
She likes it? I don't want to not give it to her.
uh,
I'll give it to her. I'll ask her to do it if she wants to. I'll bring it with me.
Yeah. Than I am.
I didn't
so
know
you
how to,
So,
yeah.
Ann, Richard,
Nice
Ann.
to meet you,
Hi,
everybody.
Ann.
Sorry, I don't have my little smock on yet. I just got in, so come on down, sweetheart.
Okay, show me where it's at.
Beth, did you try with the nutritional yeast?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, so right here, we're gonna have all of our immune support,
It's the
and that's what
healthy
that is.
Yes.
That's for immune support, so all of our herbs and supplements and
I'll make me some.
goodies are gonna be here.
How much does that cost?
That's
Very good.
$34.95.
Glad you like it.
That's 90 of them,
Just
so that
splashed on
is
myself.
Yeah, but-
30 days
Let's see if you
worth.
want.
And we have more
You want this,
orders,
put some
Richard.
ours,
Yeah,
so.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Is that the only
I'll
one
get you
left?
some.
No,
Let me
sir, I
see.
have one more.
One more.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
okay.
Try not
The
to.
Lord's on the way.
Stick my,
I'll just take
Here
one.
we
We're
go.
gonna
There's a
keep
whole
that.
bunch.
Yeah, yeah.
Great stuff.
Okay.
It's got
Put this on and I'll
quite a
find
bit
out.
of zinc in it. That's one of the best things to fight off the virus,
Good.
you know.
There's all kinds of
They-
good
they
stuff
could
in
very
that.
good.
We love
There you
that.
go. You got spinach now.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, good. But ma'am, I will ring him up while you finish getting in.
But it's got so many-
Don't forget to take your shoes off before you eat.
I know, I did before, I just smeared it all over the shield.
Oh,
What about vitamin, oh,
here you go. I want to show everybody.
I did have something else I wanted
Can you see the soup?
to.
It's got spinach. It's what the soup looks like. It's really good.
So you want to do at least a 10,000 milligrams. Do you want piping rock or now? Price.
Bye,
orders,
guys.
is-